would happen. Now, we didn't know what it might look like, and we certainly did not anticipate where we find ourselves today, but we promised we would find a way. And drawing on our core values of creativity and passion, we are here tonight to celebrate live the 2020 BMAs. Of course, this year looks a little different as we're doing this virtually. But even virtually, we are family. And together, me here, and you, and you, and you, all there, but together nonetheless, and ready to celebrate. Over the next 30 minutes of our pre-show, we will have a lot in store for you, including some pop-ins from our Bozzuto teams from across the country, and maybe even you. Now, for some reason, they chose to give me, a guy who might still have a MySpace page, the reins for tonight's pre-show and our concurrent social portion of our show, the social sidebar, that will be running on Facebook Live during the main event. But that will only work if you reach out to me via the hashtag 2020BMA. And maybe, just maybe, you'll be featured tonight on our pre-show or even during our broadcast. So share your photos, videos, submit questions. I want to hear from you. And I also want to dispel one myth. A myth that once I dispel it, you can all exhale, relax, and truly just enjoy the evening. You can see me. I cannot. I repeat, I cannot. We cannot see you. So whatever you're wearing, wherever you're watching from, however loud the dog or the kids are, however you plan to celebrate this evening, just relax, be safe, and enjoy. Like I said, you're with family. So to get our pre-show tonight started, I thought it might be fun to take you on a quick tour of the studio we are coming to you live from. You know, as I mentioned, this is a different year, and only a safe, socially distanced solution would work to bring you the best of the BMAs. Now, one change is obviously you're there, and just a very few of us are here in DC, locked down in a studio. Take a quick peek behind the curtains with me as you get a preview of what is to come. We've got lighting technicians, video technicians, sound technicians, cameramen, and women. This is not a corporate Zoom. This is a television production. And you know, in TV, you never know who you're going to see. And out of the corner of my eye, I see someone that I know you will recognize. So I am very pleased to welcome my president and your president of the Bozzuto Management Company and tonight's host, Miss Stephanie Williams.
Hi,
welcome,
good evening.
Stephanie.
I'm so excited to be here.
It is good to see you. We made it.
We indeed made it. And I tell you, this is my favorite night of the year. That hasn't changed, virtual or no virtual.
You know, it's funny. I learned a long time ago not to try and compete with your shoes, your outfits, and yet tonight I still stepped it up. I went with my happy blue suit, my good shoes, fun socks, and yet I look at you right now and all of this is irrelevant. You have won again.
Now, Chad, this is not a competition. You look lovely. But I might say that despite that, no matter what, my shoe game will always be better than yours.
Fair enough, fair enough. I do have a question to ask you, and it might be the last question I ask as a managing director here at Bozzuto Management Company, but is that a leather catsuit that you're wearing?
So funny enough, because my husband also accused me of wearing a catsuit. How is it that a well-dressed gentleman like yourself, and I believe the host of tonight's virtual green carpet
That's correct.
does not know the difference between a romper and a catsuit. This, my friend, is a leather romper, and it's very, very different than a catsuit.
Fair enough. You know, every time we've talked about fashion at the BMAs, I've learned something. 2 years ago, I learned what winter white was.
You did?
Last year, I learned about leather belts, and this year, I learned about what a romper is.
You're a lifelong learner,
So,
my friend.
thank you for the education. You know, Stephanie and I had a unique opportunity to walk through this studio yesterday as we got a feel for how the production was going to come together. And we were discussing previous BMAs, the grandeur of the building museum, the electricity of the anthem, the bands and the food and the noise and the pomp and the circumstance and all of the chaos. And I asked Stephanie, is she going to miss that? And you said something that really stuck with me. You said, no, I think tonight might be the best night we've ever had because it allows us to focus. Do you want to talk for a second about what that means?
I appreciate that you remember my saying that, and I meant every word of what I said, Chad. We are the best and most highly endorsed management company in the country. And we have that recognition because our team members every day go to work and they lead with heart and they earn it. So frankly, tonight and every night, they should be celebrated. It is my honor to do that.
Well, I am so pleased to be a part of that with you as well. We are only about 20 minutes from showtime.
Indeed, and just in case I have a wardrobe malfunction, I would like to just go and do some additional bonding if you don't mind.
I don't mind at all. I
Okay.
appreciate you visiting with us.
Yeah,
Thank you
sure.
for stopping by, Stephanie.
very
and
exciting.
We'll see you on the main stage. I did not reveal that secret yet, so that will be all
Okay,
yours to reveal.
okay, all right, I'll meet you there.
Alrighty.
Okay,
Thanks, Stephanie.
bye-bye.
You know, tonight wouldn't be possible without our amazing partnerships and sponsors as well. So let's take a minute and hear from a few.
ApartmentGeofencing.com allows you to get in front of prospects where they live, work, and play. We can draw a digital fence around competitors, employers, and neighborhood points of interest. We then serve mobile ads in apps, websites, and social media promoting your apartment. The best part? We can track how many prospects then visit your leasing center. We're trusted by over 70 Bozzuto properties. Go ahead and sign up today.
Take me high, take me low, anywhere we wanna go.
And we're back. We are starting to see some posts come through on social media of your watch party setups from around the country. Love to see if I could bring one of those up on my screen here. All right, look at 450K in DC looking ready to party with their beautiful celebration basket. We had 360 State as well with their basket. You know, as I mentioned earlier, there are a lot of people who have worked very hard to make tonight special, many of whom helped prepare for the live show we had planned for you at the Anthem earlier this spring. I want to acknowledge those team members for all they did to make the BMAs and the VBMAs happen under extraordinary circumstances. Thank you from all of us. You know, postponing that evening was one of the harder decisions we had to make early in our pandemic response. And while clearly the right one, we still missed the chance to be together, to celebrate some amazing performances and accomplishments. But we can still be together even while apart. So while the green carpet of years past, thank you, Nicole and Weiss, could not happen this year, we did not want to miss out on talking with some of you pre-show. And as such, I am thrilled to bring in my first guest of the night, from Florida, Regional Vice President, Adonis Cross. Good evening, Adonis. Great to see you, my friend. So tell me, how are you celebrating this very different and very special BMA this year?
Well, you know, it's funny because I am sitting by myself in my living room, but I will tell you this, that as a portfolio, we did think about getting our teams together and how much fun that would be. And, you know, we realized that given the numbers and the statistics, especially here in Florida, we just didn't think that it was prudent to do that at this time. So instead, we talked to the teams. The teams feel comfortable having their own get together at their properties, still wearing their masks and still practicing social distancing, but still celebrating. So we all have a group chat going, and even though we're not together physically, we definitely are together in spirit. Plus, I have my signs for my
oh, that's
nominees.
Awesome. I love it. I love it. Well, you're no stranger to virtual celebrations, as the host extraordinaire of our Vita celebration earlier this month, and some special awards were given out during that presentation as well. Can you take a moment to share?
Absolutely. And, you know, it gave me so much pride to be a part of that celebration for Toby. But for those of you who were not able to see the show, I'm going to call it the show, but Toby was awarded a Champions for Immigrant Awards, which is an award that the Washington English Center presents to someone of the community every year. And they selected Toby out of thousands of people that they could have selected because of the work that he's done so far as a CEO for diversity and inclusion. So we are very proud of Toby for earning that award and for all the work that he continues to do for diversity and inclusion.
That was definitely a proud moment for the entire company, and you did a beautiful job hosting a very special event. Adonis, one final item for you, and thank you for joining me. You have such a powerful, positive spirit. It comes through in all you do, mask or not. So if there's a positive that you have seen come out of this pandemic, what would you say it is?
You know, Chad, I have to tell you that this is a very difficult question for me to answer because as some of you know, and you know, this pandemic has affected my family in a very personal way. Like it has affected many of our Bozzuto employees and family. But I do try to think about positive things, right? And I have to say that in a personal level, I have spent every single day with my 12-year-old son since March through really 2 days ago, where I dropped him off at school for in-school learning. And that has been such an amazing experience because I haven't spent that kind of time with him since he was born, really.
Sure.
So on a personal level, obviously, being able to spend time with my son every single day, and I'm sure a lot of people have experienced something similar, that has been the greatest, I guess, if I have to think of something positive, that would be personally what I think is the best.
I think that's great. I have a 15 and 17-year-old that you are welcome to spend time with as well. I will send them your way. And Nice, thank you so much for joining.
Thank you, Chad. Thank you so much.
Enjoy the show. Now, earlier this week, your team should have received a celebration basket in the mail. These baskets are full of small surprises for tonight, including some BMA swag and social media props. I've seen some of these popping up pre-show on social media, and we hope you're enjoying your goodies. I have a small selection myself down here, and I have seen these definitely in some of the pictures, our celebratory flags, probably the most coveted item, the Bozzuto socks, definitely a win. And when you can't be at a party, sometimes you create your own party. So enjoy your baskets and all of the goodies. I better see some pictures come through of you with your Celebrate glasses on. I know, it's pretty goofy. But speaking of celebrating, I want to recognize some additional partners that have made this evening possible.
Maintenance Supply Headquarters is joining forces with Lowe's. With our new partnership, you'll get even more of what you need, faster, without losing the service you're used to. When you order from Lowe's Pro MSH by 10 a.m., you'll automatically get free same-day delivery, and our local fully stocked warehouses mean no cross shipments or multiple invoices. We're connected with 1,700 Lowe's stores, where you'll have access to an additional 30,000 plus products. We're your one-stop maintenance and renovation supply shop to cover all your needs.
Town & Country Movers is honored to be a strategic partner with Bozzuto. Both companies share a core set of values, hoping to enrich the customer experience throughout the DMV and beyond. As a family-owned business since 1977, Town & Country Movers is committed to providing unparalleled quality service to our customers. We promise to always treat everyone's belongings with the utmost care. At all the Bozzuto properties where we operate our move management and white glove services, Town & Country Movers caters to what matters most, our customers.
Thank you again to our sponsor partners. We truly appreciate your support. One of the changes we have planned for tonight's pre-show includes announcing our first 2 evening BMA winners. And it is my pleasure to be presenting the awards for Rising Star Management and Rising Star Maintenance. You know, Rising Star Management recognizes someone who has exceeded the expectations of their position. They've recently been promoted or show potential to take the next step in their career. And typically, they've been in their role for less than a year, have helped out at other sites, have been involved in community service, have high focus scores, empowerment bank submissions, and Bozzuto Listen submissions. And the nominees are Alyssa Barron, The Lumen at Boca Raton. Bing Lin, Falls Green. Brandon Rogers, 450K. Carl Bledsoe, Lofts at Roosevelt Collection. John Simonera, New Village at Patchogue. Jojo Paglioka, Washington Crossing. Mohammed Khan, The Mariner. Shantae Tyler, Senate Square. Yannick Tassema, The Fitzgerald. Congratulations to all our finalists for Rising Star in Management. And the winner is Shantae Tyler, Senate Square. Congratulations, Shantae. Our next award is very similar to the Bozzuto Management Rising Star Award, simply on the maintenance side of the house. And our nominees are David Padilla, Cathedral Commons. Johnny Beratucci, Canvas Valley Forge. Melty Castillo, Novel South Capital. Simon White, Element One. Victor Arginal, Sedona Slate. Walter Pozo Parker, 15 Bank Apartments. Wayland Story, Milagro Coral Gables. William Monahan, Cambridge Park Apartments. Congratulations to all our finalists for Rising Star Maintenance. And our winner is William Monahan, Cambridge Park Apartments. Now, that is the way to start the evening. Congratulations, Shantae and William, on your award and for kicking off this evening's celebration. You are both now part of Bozzuto BMA history, our first virtual award winners. Congratulations. Now, it looks like we've got some posts coming through on Instagram and Twitter. Mariner Bay, we're so excited to virtually celebrate on Wednesday. Thank you for the beautiful gift basket. And we've got Ovation Apartments, appropriately masked, with their beautiful basket as well. I'm impressed that so many people have kept their baskets closed until the night of. That's kind of like not peeking at your presents before Christmas. Well, thank you, and keep those coming. I appreciate that. You know, we've only got a few moments to go before our main show begins, but I want you to check in with me throughout the night because I'll be talking with some of you, interacting with you online, and later on in the show, you may see me presenting an award or two. Tonight's going to be an exciting night, but before it gets fully underway, I want to welcome another special guest who wanted to show us how she's watching tonight's show. So please join me in welcoming Regional Portfolio Manager, Deanna Coomer-Pope. Hello, Deanna.
Hi, Chad.
I love
Hi,
that
family.
smile. It is so good to see you. And welcome to the first ever VBMAs. You know, one of the nice things about this revised format is that the BMA celebration is more inclusive than ever before, with employees, partners, clients, family members tuning in across the country. Take a minute and share with me some of the fun ways our Chicago and Wisconsin teams are celebrating this evening.
Absolutely, Chad. So our teams are so excited for our virtual event. Just like Adonise said, of course, everyone would love to be together and celebrate their successes with their peers. But this year, you know, I think we are really thrilled to get to spend quality time with each other. You know, normally BMAs, we're moving and shaking and saying hi to people we haven't seen in a long time. So our teams aren't only spending time together, but with their family as well. So I'm excited to have their family see how the Bozzuto family celebrates.
That's great.
And then, you know, something really cool is, you know, our teams, most of them are in these high-rise buildings looking over Lake Michigan, and they're getting the hottest spot to view our BMAs this year.
So great Bozzuto BMA viewing parties taking place across the city.
Yes.
That's awesome. You know, there have been so many stories that have come out of this pandemic and our BMC team members' response, both to one another and to our extended resident families. Can you pick a story that sticks out in your mind that illustrates this extraordinary commitment to our core values?
Absolutely. And honestly, I could go all night, but I want to see who our nominations and winners are. So I'll say I'm so proud of our teams who really stepped up when their coworkers have tested positive for COVID. You know, without hiccups or delays or anything, our teams are taking care of one another at this time. So a really cool, you know, short story is we've had one of our teams show really concern. They've put together, you know, goodie bags full of puzzles, board games, books. They even threw in Tom Bozzuto's book for more inspiration.
Oh,
So
that's awesome.
without a doubt, our teams are family.
That's fantastic. Well, that is truly family serving family. One last question. Any message you want to send out to your team members watching you from their offices, their homes, their phones across the country?
Yes, just want to say thank you to all of our family watching. You are all winners, and honestly couldn't have gotten through 2020 without you. And you're all winners. We love you. Go Team Midwest.
Yay! Thank you, Deanna. I appreciate it. I knew you would light up the screen. Now, as we get ready for the main show to begin, I wanted to take a moment to thank two additional platinum sponsors, HD Supply and Chesapeake Finishing. Your partnership and the partnership of all of our sponsors not only makes tonight possible, but also helps to make our promise to deliver sanctuary to our residents a reality. We value you, and we thank you. And I thank you all. I will see you back here in just a few minutes for our main show. I'll be coming to you all night from the Bozzuto Facebook page with exciting interviews, social media updates, and the main show will be on our Bozzuto BMA website and YouTube. So if you're watching on your computer or TV, check me out on Facebook on your phone during the main show. And don't forget to post on all social media platforms with the hashtag 2020BMA. So let the countdown begin. Thank you, and see you all very soon.
Please welcome the president of Bozzuto Management Group, Stephanie Williams.
Good afternoon and welcome to the 2020 BMAs. Today is finally here. We come to you live from Washington, D.C. And while we don't have beautiful spring cherry blossoms for you this year, we do have crisp, gorgeous fall weather. Tonight is a night for recognizing all of your many, many accomplishments. While as a Bozzuto family, we are not together in person, we are still together virtually and perhaps most importantly, in spirit. And we will spend this evening celebrating you. Congratulations to all of tonight's nominees and winners. First, I'd like to extend a warm welcome to our beloved clients and partners. In March of this year, in response to an international pandemic, we, like you, were forced to modify our operations for the well-being of our teams and residents. Like true partners, you have supported us and remained right by our side every step of the way. We are grateful to work with you. I'd also like to welcome our 2020 BMA sponsor partners. Thank you for sticking with us as we modified an awards program we have coveted for 33 years. Tonight simply could have not happened without your commitment and generosity. You have enabled us to make this evening special for everyone watching tonight, so again, we thank you. We're doing things a little differently this year. Prior to this evening, we sent out more than 250 BMA boxes so that our teams could gather together in their respective communities. I've been promised that each celebration will be diligently socially distanced. Thank you, thank you, thank you for your hard work, and please share photos with us of your watch parties and using the hashtag 2020BMA. By sharing your photos and videos, you may just get the chance to be featured over on Cooley's social sidebar, but more on that later. I would like to take this time to acknowledge and say thank you to our on-site associates, our essential personnel, our heroes, for your profound display of heart and resilience, guided by 4 very bright stars: concern, creativity, passion, and perfection. You have given so much of yourselves, remaining steadfastly committed to those we serve. A few months back, I received a letter from one of our residents who told a story of feeling disconnected from her family and friends and unsure about the future of her work. She went on to say that despite the current trials in her life, that the presence of Bozzuto was overwhelmingly reassuring. She knew the entire team by name and expressed gratitude for their trustworthiness, consistency, and support. There are others who tell the same story, and that's why tonight we honor each and every one of you. To our regional and executive team leaders and strategic support partners, your leadership has been nothing short of extraordinary. As supervisors, instructors, confidants, coaches, and cheerleaders, you have listened deeply, united widely, and acted boldly. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you. It has been a tough year for so many. To those of you who have lost loved ones, cared for loved ones, and have carried the weight of other extraordinary circumstances related to COVID-19 or racial injustice, please know that we stand together. And let us continue to keep one another in our thoughts and in our prayers. Toby often reminds us that we are family serving families, and that starts here at home with Bozzuto. As such, we will continue to support, accept, and honor one another and build upon our foundation of trust today, tomorrow, and always. We have the power to write our own story. It's our shared Bozzuto story, one of perseverance and strength that opens minds, changes hearts, and inspires action. This will be our legacy. Now, tonight we are tuning in from dozens of states. It's so exciting. So let's travel around the country and see who's in the house. Wow, that was incredible. Thank you all for celebrating with us tonight. So earlier I mentioned Cooley's social sidebar. I think it's time to check out what's going on over there. Hey Chad, anything exciting going on in your end?
Of course there's exciting things going on my end, Stephanie. Earlier, I issued my first social media challenge of the night to our viewers. I wanted to see who would have the most creative viewing party going. Is it going to be a team from DC or New York or Boston or Florida? So those photos are rolling in with the hashtag 2020 BMA. And I think we've got a few submissions coming in on Instagram right now. Park Huron, 30 Dalton Apartments. Folks are definitely in the BMA spirit. And you know, Stephanie, we've also been catching up with different team members around the country. And we've got a few special guests lined up for later in the evening and are excited to hear what they're up to. So I'll throw it back to you now, but know that the social sidebar is rolling.
Thank you, Chad. I can't wait for what's to come. And for those of you watching, keep those social media posts coming. We want to hear from you. Tonight wouldn't be possible without our very generous titanium sponsors, Yardi, Blooming Bubbles, Conservice, and the Guarantors. Throughout the night, you will hear from each of them, starting first with our longest supporter, Yardi.
Hey everyone, my name is Amy Garrettson and I'm a Senior Sales Executive at Yardi Systems and a longtime friend of Bozzuto's. Congratulations to all of the BMA nominees and winners tonight. You've worked hard and we're really excited to celebrate with you. Happy BMAs!
Hi everyone, this is Brian Smith, Senior Manager with Yardi, supporting the Bozzuto team. From all of us at Yardi, we appreciate you and hope you have a fantastic BMA event. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Janet Ham with Yardi and a proud supporter of Bozzuto. We wish we could be with you tonight, but we're sending all our best wishes your way for a great BMA.
Hello, Bozzuto family. This is Paul Yount, and man, what a weird year this has been, especially since I wasn't able to dance the night away with all you beautiful people at the BMAs. Thank you to the community team members for providing sanctuary to your residents when they really needed it more than ever. Bozzuto, we appreciate you, we love you, and we miss you.
Thank you, Yardi. Now, I'm thrilled to introduce one of my very favorite people on this planet, our chairman and co-founder of the Bozzuto Group, Tom Bozzuto.
It's great to be able to talk with you, but I must tell you this format is weird. Not being able to see your individual reactions to the words I'm saying makes it difficult to be certain that what I want to say is truly being heard. So I'm going to keep my comments relatively brief and very direct. First, and most importantly, thank you for having represented the company so extraordinarily well during this period of stress and anxiety in our society. As you all know, our industry is not well understood. If we are thought of at all, people think of us as landlords, mean people just waiting to evict someone from their apartment. The opposite, of course, couldn't be truer. If we were better understood, people would recognize that each of you who has worked through these past 7 months, every single one of you, and especially those of you who are part of our concierge and our maintenance teams, every one of you, you are all essential workers. Yes, you have performed an essential function. You have been there to keep our properties operating. You have been there to make sure people who were being forced to stay home had homes that were safe to be in. You've kept the lights and air conditioning on and the apartments full. You've been cheerleaders, conflict resolvers, and community builders. You've kept people healthy, and you've provided them with true sanctuary. For that, for all you have done, for the risks you have taken, thank you. We couldn't be more proud of you. What I'm afraid to tell you, however, is that I don't think this thing is done. What's become very clear is that as much as we may wish it to be the case, this pandemic is not over. We are months away from a vaccine, and even then, more months away from its widespread availability. As we have done these past months, we are going to have to continue to live with this a while longer. And on top of all of this, we have racial strife and a hotly contested presidential election. That means people's nerves will continue to be frayed. People will continue to be short-tempered. People will continue to be on edge. Nerves will continue to be raw, patience limited. People will be angry, argumentative, frustrated, and frankly, just plain unhappy. So what does this mean for us? What does it mean particularly for you? Well, as it has the past 6 months, this is where who we are as Bozzuto matters most. Every one of you knows that since the beginning of our company, we have had 4 values: concern, creativity, passion, and perfection. Of these, I've always said the concern was the most important. And given what we are going through as a nation, it is particularly important now. So what is concern? Concern simply means showing other people that they are important to you as people, as individuals. It means paying attention and showing care for someone other than just oneself. It means treating people as individuals, as people who experience joy, love, and pain, and recognizing that those feelings are just as legitimate as our own. Concern starts with each other. It starts with the understanding that we can do our job best by cooperating with the other people on our team. It means worrying about each other as colleagues and doing whatever we can to help the other be the best they can. Concern means treating our customers as people, not just entities from whom we collect rent. It means understanding their frustrations, their problems, their anxieties, their interests, and their goals. It means knowing their names and having them know yours. It is this simple value, this simple human emotion, that helps explain the difference between living at one of our communities and one of our competitors. We care about the people who live with us as individuals. We know them as people, and they know us. Sure, we expect them to pay rent, but that's part of our partnership, part of our bargain with them. They pay rent, and we treat them like family members. We provide a home, a sanctuary. I know that what we are going through is tough for all of us, but people have been through far worse and come out strong on the other side. I may be older than each of you watching this, but contrary to what you may think, I did not live through the Depression or World War II. I did, however, live through the 60s and the 70s, a time that was dominated by the Vietnam War and the Civil Rights Movement, a time of political assassinations, a corrupt president in Washington, and marches in the street. That too was a time of great friction, a time of conflict and disagreements, and for some at least, a time of great risk. The American nation came through that, and we will come through this. You will, I will, our company will, our country will. For now, this is an opportunity to shine, to lead, to show what it means to be Bozzuto. Congratulations to each of you. Thank you for what you've done. Thank you, too, for what you will continue to do. Through concern, we will provide sanctuary. Thank you very, very much.
Tom always knows just what to say. Absolute perfection. And now, it's my distinct pleasure to introduce the incredible man who leads our award-winning culture of kindness, one who guides our company with a truly benevolent vision and an unwavering passion for making the world a better place. Please join me in welcoming our Chief Executive Officer, Toby Bozzuto.
Good afternoon. While I'm terribly sorry that we can't be together in person today, I feel fortunate that we can take this time to celebrate your accomplishments. It's said that adversity doesn't create character, it reveals it. I think it's safe to say that your character has been revealed and it is extraordinary. When you look back on this time in history, you'll be able to say that you selflessly stood up and took care of one another when it was needed the most. For many of you, you did this despite facing incredible personal challenges of your own. Because of course, that's what you did. That's the kind of people that you are. You are essential in so many people's lives. You stand proud and you stand tall despite the tremendous weight upon your shoulders. For this and for so many other reasons, I am profoundly grateful. I understand how incredibly hard this year has been for you, and I want you to know that the partners and I appreciate you more than you will ever know. Together, we're in the middle of something that is so much bigger than us individually. This pandemic has illuminated the fragile spider web of interconnectivity between all of humanity. Unfortunately, at a time when the world should be working together, there are forces constantly trying to pull us apart. But instead of accepting this divisiveness, we can view this adversity as opportunity. This is our chance to shine both personally and professionally. So let's stand up and use our time together as the Bozzuto Group, as a family taking care of family, to make the world a better place by creating sanctuary for those we serve. This sanctuary will be created by treating our residents, clients, and each other with dignity and respect. Our compassion towards others will allow their separateness to melt away. Their happiness will become ours. Welcome them into our Bozzuto family. But despite the world that we're in, Bozzuto is not only surviving, we are thriving. In fact, we are stronger than ever. Because of your good work, we are growing every day. You're creating your own opportunities in your own path. But even with this growth comes even more responsibility. We're privileged to have a platform and a voice. We need to use this to stand up for those who otherwise can't. We cannot be complicit in our silence. Rather, we will work every day with the understanding that this company can be a paradigm for what is right and what is good. We will respond with concern for others, which my father has always called the greatest virtue. And if we continue to do this good work, our platform will be bigger, our voice will be louder, and our impact will be greater. That is how you make a difference. Best of all, we can be a shining example of the goodness that happens when a group of people who are diverse in race, gender, religion, and sexual orientation come together. Bozzuto's commitment to diversity and inclusion and equity will remain a critical part of our corporate DNA. It is our not-so-secret sauce. We understand that despite our differences, we are united by an underlying human desire to be included, accepted, and loved. I will leave you with a great poem I love by a poet named Mary Oliver. She says, "Tell me, what else should I have done? Doesn't everything die at last and too soon? Tell me, what is your plan to do with your one wild and precious life?" So what are we going to do with our precious life? I ask you to turn our success into significance for our residents, our partners, and each other. Let your good work create an impact that will be measured in lifetimes rather than quarters. I ask you to remember that we are a family serving families. I ask you to create sanctuary. I ask you to awaken to the world around us and to the possibility that together we can make a profound difference. Thank you so much for everything you do, and congratulations to today's winners.
Thank you, Toby. You never fail to inspire and drive us to seize every moment to be extraordinary. Now, let's get started with the first award of the evening. One quick note. For our guests, you will hear us reference FOCUS many times this evening. FOCUS is an acronym that represents how we assess and evaluate property performance. This includes financial performance, online reputation, career pathing and development, upholding properties and property maintenance, and service excellence. Okay, now for the first award. Our resident concierge professionals are often the first and last faces you see at a community. They are vital to our mission, staying in tune with their communities and leaving a lasting impression on residents, prospects, and guests. Our nominees for Resident Concierge of the Year were judged on having the highest FOCUS scores and being with Bozzuto for 1 year. And the nominees for Resident Concierge of the Year are
Chip Tolentino, Linux. Daryl Howard, 1331. Deidre Murphy, Union Wharf. Lorraine Eben, The Whitney. Marvin Colindres, 30 Dalton. Susan Alexander, 465 North Park. Talia Davis, Midtown 5. Wart Henry Ferguson, Riza. Congratulations to all our finalists for Resident Concierge of the Year.
And the winner is Susan Alexander, 465 North Park. We are firm believers that listening to candid feedback from our residents makes us even better. In accordance with this belief, the Residents' Choice Award is determined by the J. Turner and Kingsley rankings of our residents' reviews and survey responses. And the nominees for Residents' Choice Award are
1305 Dock Street, 850 Lakeshore Drive, Arbors at Baltimore Crossroads, Enclave at Box Hill, Enclave at Emerson, Gaslight Commons, Lake House, Millstone at Kingsview, Reading Commons, St. John's Wood. Congratulations to all of our finalists for Residents' Choice.
And the winner is Millstone at Kingsview. Tonight's show is really about recognizing the great work you do to deliver on our mission of creating sanctuary for those we serve, making their lives just a little bit brighter each day. Our 51 Bozzuto communities included in the 2019 Elite Top 1% Aura Power Rankings represent the very best in the country. It's truly remarkable that 20% of our portfolio is part of this exclusive national list, which, in order to even qualify, had to achieve an Aura score of 90 or higher and at least 20 online reviews. Yes, all of our properties on this list had an Aura score of 90 or better. And let me also mention that the communities ranged in geography and included all product types, urban and suburban, old and new. So give everyone on this list a quick round of applause. Each of the nominees for the Ratings and Reviews Award performed exceptionally well. Each community had an Aura score of 80 or above, received a minimum of 4 reviews per week, and responded to 95% or more of their reviews. And the nominees for ratings and reviews are
465 North Park, 777 The Courts of Devon, The Kensington, Woodfall Greens. Congratulations to all our finalists for ratings and reviews.
Our winner had an Aura score of 98 and an impressive 100% response rate. Tom Bozzuto said to me once, if our residents take the time to write to us, then we must certainly take the time to write back. And the winner of the Ratings and Reviews Award goes to the Courts of Devon. This next award goes to a remarkable property with an outstanding team of true professionals. This property opened in 2019 into a very competitive landscape and rose rapidly to the very top of the market, not just because the building is exceptional, but because they executed seamlessly on our mission to create sanctuary. Because this team came together and fired on all cylinders each and every day, they beat revenue projections by 111%, achieved an absorption pace of 64 units per month with a whopping 129 move-ins the first month and 103 move-ins the second month. Increased rents 6 times during the lease-up at an average of 4% and jumped to the top of the Aura boards to 90 in just 3 months. Tough to do as a new property. The general manager and service manager together prioritize the leadership of the team, inspiring them to come together to serve our residents and build relationships with the larger community. This team and this community has truly distinguished itself as a model of excellence. Please join me in congratulating this year's winner of the President's Choice Award, the Whitmer. We now have our first Awards Patrol break for the evening. Let's celebrate the winners of the following categories: Rise for Community Service and Social Media.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for the first of 2 Award Patrol videos. Let's celebrate these winners from other categories. The winners for community service are 15 Bank Apartments, 777, Ashby at McLean, Dalian on the Park, Park Station, The Kensington, Union on Queen, Willow Grove Apartment Homes. The winners for social media are Avelia, 811 Uptown, Element 1, Lakeside Apartments, Marielle Marina Bay, Riverside, The Apartments at City Center, The Hamilton, The Park.
Before we head over to the social sideboard to check on Chad and see how he's doing, let's hear from our friends at Blooming Bubbles.
Hello, I'm Doris De Paz, founder and CEO of Blooming Bubbles Cleaning.
I'm Ernesto, Director of Commercial Operations.
And I'm Katie, Director of Residential Operations.
It would be an understatement to say that this has been a challenging year. We know that each day in this industry comes with its own unique demands. Despite the current circumstances, we have witnessed firsthand the outstanding commitment and dedication of Bozzuto teams across the properties we serve.
Throughout this time, it has been our privilege to work alongside such committed and collaborative teams. Today, we honor all of your hard work, love, and sacrifice you pour into your communities. We at Blooming Bubbles feel very fortunate to be a part of maintaining the sanctuary you create for your residents day in and day out.
Congratulations from the Blooming Bubbles family to yours. Not just to the nominees, but to every team member at the Bozzuto Management Company.
Stay safe and be well.
We're so grateful for our friends at Blooming Bubbles. Now, let's take a second to check back with Chad. So Chad, what's going on over there?
You know, why do you say it like that? It always makes me feel like I'm in trouble. What's going on over here? We're having a blast. I've had the benefit of talking to Adenise Cross, Jen Pupala, Kelly Jones, Patrick Butler, Deanna Coomer-Pope, and from each of those extraordinary leaders, I've learned a little bit more about what our extraordinary teams have been doing in the field, not just tonight to celebrate, but for the past 7+ months to pivot and to take care and create sanctuary for our customers. So I got to tell you, it's a joyful side stage, and you can see that joy in a couple of these social media posts. Flats at Bethesda Avenue with the confetti and the celebration, Riverside Apartments all wearing their masks but having fun and celebrating last year's accomplishments. We've got the Zenith Apartments and Octagon, people really digging in and enjoying this awesome opportunity to be together. So I'm having a fun time over here. I know you're having a great time over there as well. Remember, we want to hear from you. So be sure to send your photos and videos of tonight's celebration with the hashtag 2020BMA. And thank you, Stephanie. I might see you shortly over there on the main stage.
I would welcome you, Chad. It is such a blessing to work with the industry's best. We're having so much fun tonight. Our next award highlights the top sales achievers in the company for 2019. These individuals had the best sales performance for communities under 450 units. And the winner, an outstanding top sales achiever with a whopping 108 leases in 2019 is Sean Riley, Halstead Station. Now, let's take a look at the best sales performance for lease-ups and properties over 450 units. And the winner, an outstanding high-velocity sales achiever with what seems like an impossible 157 leases in 2019 is Hawa Lewis, Riverside. Congratulations, winners. Before we continue with the program, we'd like to take a moment to recognize those who have participated in takeovers, renovations, and dispositions. These are few of the challenging aspects of our business, which you handle with the utmost professionalism and grace. We want to thank each of you for your dedication to helping our company grow. Please welcome my friend and our managing director, Nancy Goldsmith.
It's been 3 years since we kicked off the 5-Star program, and it's had such an impact. In fact, this year we're celebrating this award in a very different way by recognizing all 23 communities that have scored a perfect 100 on each of their walks throughout 2019. What a success this has been. We take great pride in the fact that so many of our communities function like 5-star hotels. Only in our communities, you don't have to check out. Throughout the evening, you'll pick up on a common theme, and that's recognizing the hard work that all of you put in day after day to ensure we deliver on our brand promise. Each 5-star walk measures how we deliver on our standards, the non-negotiables that create extraordinary experiences distinctly Bozzuto. And as we hear the stories from our resident, what's clear in these seemingly little things means so much more to each of our residents. These 23 communities deserve to be celebrated tonight. They represent not only the top score, but also excel with their branding components and deliver service with heart. Congratulations.
Amazing. Congratulations to our 5-star communities. What a well-earned achievement. I'd now like to introduce my other friend and our managing director, Jolynn Scotch.
A lease up is a chance to create something extraordinary from scratch. The following communities showed us that no goal was out of reach and no setback was too much. They not only achieved stabilization in 2019, but also performed exceptionally well with pace and highest rents. And the nominees for Lease Up of the Year are
777, Aperture, Central, Insignia on M, Marielle Marina Bay, Quinn, Spoke, The Channel, The Vine.
And the winner is 777.
Good afternoon. I'm Chad Cooley. And if you're just joining us, I'm hosting the Cooley Social Sidebar on the Bozzuto Facebook page. Check that out throughout this program. Now, back to business. Under the leadership of Pete Zadoretsky, we have taken sustainability and its role throughout Bozzuto to a completely new level. As a result of his guidance and your work, BMC is a proud 4-time Energy Star Partner of the Year and has been recognized twice now as an Energy Star Sustained Excellence Partner. And I got a pretty good feeling about this year. So for the first time in recent BMA history, I am thrilled to present the Sustainability Award during the main show to a community that has gone above and beyond the call of duty in their implementation of impactful sustainability and environmental initiatives that enhance their residents' health and wellness. The nominees are Anthem House, Park Huron, Senate Square, the Kensington, Yale West. Congratulations to all our finalists for sustainability. And the winner is Park Huron. Congratulations. It's my pleasure to now introduce Aaron Victorson of the Guarantors. The Guarantors have been a partner for many years, and we are thrilled to have them as a titanium sponsor this year. Take it away, Aaron.
Hey everybody, this is Aaron from the Guarantors. We're here to present some shout outs of our own to some of our favorite Bozzuto communities, although we obviously love all of you guys. Team, take it away.
This is Trevor Delaney. I cover the DC, Maryland, Virginia markets. For my award, I would like to nominate the Riverside team. It's been an absolute pleasure working with you all and closing your first 5 deals with many more to come.
This is Evan McNeil from the Guarantors. I cover the Northeast for Bozzuto. Bozzuto's Building 2020. Congrats to you on your first claim. Don't worry, we got your back.
This is Jean Marie. I cover Illinois and Florida. And I want to give a shout out to Parkline and Miami, specifically Damie and Elizabeth for closing 9 deals and continue to see success for the lease up.
Hey, Bozzuto folks, this is Charlie. I handle the tri-state relationship with Bozzuto, and I'm calling in from one of the amenity spaces from Hub in Brooklyn, giving them a shout out because they are approaching 100 deals closed all time with the Guarantors.
Justin here from the Guarantors team. As your dedicated partner success manager, I wanted to personally thank you all on behalf of the rest of the team for a great year and being a fantastic partner as we look forward to continuing to grow in another great year to come. Cheers.
As we celebrate this evening, we also remember that 2020 has been a difficult year in so many ways. Some of the most challenging times have been when we were faced with saying goodbye to members of our Bozzuto family. And we know that many of you lost loved ones and friends too. I'd like for us all to pause for a moment and remember those close to our hearts and so many lost this year who will be deeply missed, but never forgotten. Thank you for joining us in that moment. An incredible amount of work at our communities happens behind the scenes. Our assistant maintenance managers are tasked with mentoring, training, and executing, taking special care to provide exceptional service to each resident. The nominees for Assistant Maintenance Manager of the Year are Andrew Whittington, Arbors at Baltimore Crossroads. Ariel Almonte, Caoba. Brian Feely, The Kensington. Cassio Gontijo, The Point at Still River. Cleveland Bathersfield, Residences on the Avenue. Curtis Hickman, Ovation at Park Crest. Luis Santiago, The Modern. Terrence Slade, 5333 Connecticut. Congratulations to all our finalists for Assistant Manager of the Year, Maintenance. And the winner is Brian Feely, The Kensington. Congratulations, Brian, and thanks for letting me spend a little time on the main stage with you, Stephanie.
I'm happy to have you. And how is it that you all let me start the show without my Sweet 16 swag?
Sorry about that.
I'm just saying. But it's nice to have you.
It's great to see you. I'm headed back to the social sidebar, so keep tuning in and keep sending those
We'll
photos.
keep them coming. Thank you. Okay, so on with the show. The following assistant managers have proven to be essential to their property managers and communities. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Every pilot needs a co-pilot. These team members help to keep our communities in order, ensure that we collect rent, and help to train, lead, and develop our teams. They've been with us for over a year and have a top overall focus score. And the nominees for Assistant Manager of the Year are
Amy Parada, Porter Del Rey. Chris Goodikuntz, Residences on the Avenue. Connie Matos, Caoba. Danielle Forand, 1 Greenway. Karam Singh, 360 State Street. Kendall Wynn, City Market at O Street and 880p. Marissa Fensel, 2 West. Stephen Favre, Flats 170 at Academy Yard. Jessica Hannon, Artisan Series. Congratulations to all our finalists for Assistant Manager of the Year, Management.
And the winner is Connie Matos, Caoba.
This evening, I have the pleasure of introducing an award that is very close to my heart. For many years, I've been the executive sponsor of Bozzuto's social impact initiatives. I see the extra hours and the effort that you spend supporting your local communities, and the concern you show is nothing short of inspirational. Over the past year, you may have noticed that we're taking our social impact efforts to new heights with a program named Rise by Bozzuto and a charitable tracking platform named CauseCast. With these tools and the leadership of our 50 community champions, we're transforming the way we give back, and we will be able to see our impact like never before. Formerly referred to as the Community Service Award, the Rise for Social Impact Award recognizes a property or group of properties that are trailblazers for creating change and making an impact on lives around them. This year's winning team has a special story, one that exemplifies fundamental concern for others during a time of uniquely difficult circumstances. In true family taking care of families fashion, 6 teams from Long Island came together to raise an impressive $17,000 to support a fellow team member who is facing unanticipated challenges after learning her 7-year-old son was diagnosed with leukemia. Tonight, we recognize Dorothy Stallone and the teams from Allure Mineola, Alston, Metro 303, New Village at Patchogue, The Point at Pine Ridge, and West 130 with the Rise for Social Impact Award.
The Long Island teams, which include Allure, Mineola, Alston, Metro 303, New Village at Patchogue, The Point at Pine Ridge, West 130. Congratulations to all of our winners for the Rise for Social Impact.
Thank you, Julie. So nice to have you here tonight with us in person. Some of you may not know, but over the years, Julie and I have experienced many, many early mornings, late nights, planes, trains, and automobiles together. She's a special and very dear friend and another one of my absolute favorite people. I am truly grateful for her sponsorship and, yes, continued mentorship. And now, our Bozzuto co-founder and another one of my absolute favorites, Rick Mostyn. Rick, I know you're a numbers guy, so I thought it would be fitting to enlist your help presenting this year's Excellence in Collections Award.
Thank you, Stephanie. You're absolutely right. I am a numbers guy, so the Excellence in Collections Award is one of my favorites. It recognizes the people who are on top of things and proactive in working with residents to follow through on their promises and their obligations. And the nominees are
777, Bennett Park, Claiborne Apartments, Concord Crystal City, Lake House, Quinn, Slate, Stone Point Apartments, The Promenade at Harbor East, Washington Crossing.
And the winner is Bennett Park.
One of the most important responsibilities of a leader is to nourish the talents of their team members. I feel very fortunate to have had some exceptional mentors over the years to guide me. You've heard from several of them tonight. I shape my own leadership brand by watching their behavior, borrowing what fits my personality and style, and most importantly, listening to and accepting their constructive feedback. Leaders have such a significant impact on the professional growth of their mentees, whether it's through hands-on training, coaching, mentoring, or supporting their efforts. The Developing Future Bozzuto Leaders Award celebrates the success of the leaders who are our greatest teachers and mentors. And the nominees are
Bogdan Heltiani, Concord, Crystal City. Boris Ajare, Flats 130 at Constitution Square. Dion Smith, 360 State Street. Erwin Gondison, The Lumen at Boca Raton. Greg Linaz, Dallion on the Park. Nestor Fuentes, Insignia on M. Shannon Russell, 1 Theater Square. Steve Espinoza, Central. Victor Montanez, Park Lane Seaport. Congratulations to all our finalists for Developing Future Leaders, Maintenance.
The winner of this award is a thoughtful person who exemplifies what's great about Bozzuto. This person is known as the Takeover King of Connecticut. Let me describe what that looks like. He is hands-on, unafraid to take on challenging or seemingly tedious tasks. He is willing to take time to sit with his team to provide guidance, training, and support, fostering a true sense of community at the property. He has the respect of his team and is the first person leadership calls if help is needed. The winner is Dion Smith, 360 State. Congratulations, Dion. Congratulations again. I'd love for you to stay right here with us to help recognize our next winner. The winner of the Developing Future Bozzuto Leaders Award is known by all who work with them and as an incredible, smart, and hardworking person. You can count on them to get the job done. However, it's their first soft skills that set them apart. They are extraordinarily positive and down to earth. Their dedication and great attitude rub off on the people around them, resulting in a positive and collaborative work environment that perfectly aligns with our mission. And the nominees are
Aaron Kramer, The Harlow. Amy Nelson, Liberty Harbor East. Danielle Damiano, 1 Theater Square. Jessica Hendricks, The Whitney. Carrie Slickmeyer, Essex on the Park. Kim Grossbard, Sedona Slate. Laura Razmalich, The Lumen at Boca Raton. Sarah Edgerton, The Apartments at City Center. Susan Brennan, 360 State Street. Congratulations to all our finalists for Developing Future Leaders, Management.
And the winner is Sarah Egerton, The Apartments at City Center. Now, let's take a moment to celebrate our second Awards Patrol group of the night.
And now, let's recognize more winners in Part 2 of our Award Patrol video. The winners for Team Spirit are Aspire Apollo, Corsair, Essex on the Park, Mallory Square, Omnia at Town Center, Rhode Island Row, The Capitol, The Palms, The Pioneer.
Any night that I get to introduce such wonderful colleagues and mentors is an extraordinary blessing. Our next guest has served as a visionary and guiding light for our company for more than 31 years. This year, he was recognized as an Icon Honors recipient, a Lifetime Achievement Award winner that celebrates successful leaders who've made positive differences in their Maryland communities. He reminds us that everything we do should be driven and supported by our core values. Please join me in welcoming our founder and chairman, Tom Bozzuto.
Now I am honored to present the next award for Service Manager of the Year to someone who has demonstrated exceptional loyalty and dedication to our team. Behind each of our communities are teams dedicated to creating extraordinary experiences for our residents and our guests. Our service managers at Bozzuto are critical to our mission of creating sanctuary. I've come to realize over the years that while our leasing offices and leasing people bring residents into our apartments, it's our service managers and their teams who keep them there. It's of great importance to me that our residents know not only that we can fix things, but that we truly care. In this way, in showing how much they care, in showing how much empathy they have, our service managers build loyalty among their teams and their residents alike. Each nominee tonight has demonstrated their commitment to our values by providing continuous, stellar service and exceptional attention to the smallest of details. And as you know, I believe no detail is too small. The nominees for Service Manager of the Year are
Chris Hubbard, Liberty Harbor East, Douglas Larios, 450K, Greg Smith, Monroe Street Market, James Flynn, The Point at Pine Ridge, Joseph Pacheco, The Kensington, Marcus Quinn, The Whitney, Thomas Dente, Sterling Park at Hanover.
I am proud to announce that our Service Manager of the Year is Chris Hubbard. Chris, congratulations.
Tonight, before I welcome our final presenter for the evening, I would like to invite our good friends at Conservice to say a few words.
As the world shut down, Bozzuto employees went to work. You went above and beyond to ensure the comfort and safety of residents in your communities. You turned stay-at-home orders into peaceful getaways. When people were missing their loved ones, you became the family they desperately needed. You continue to provide an unmatched level of support for millions of individuals and families. And Conservice is here to support you in your effort. We will continue to manage your property's utility expenses so you can have more time for what matters most. Congratulations to all tonight's nominees and award winners. Thank you all for your hard work and thank you for your partnership.
Please welcome our fearless leader, President and Chief Executive Officer, Toby Bozzuto.
It is my honor to present the Property Manager of the Year Award. These nominees each lead accomplished teams that in turn deliver extraordinary results. Through their expert knowledge and impeccable methods, they have earned the respect of their residents, peers, clients, and supervisors. They make their communities more than apartment buildings. They make them places to call home. And the nominees are
Amanda Milius, The Octagon. Brian Belsky, Rhode Island Row. Corinne Goldsmith, Mariner Bay at Annapolis Town Center. Danielle T. Relosi, 465 North Park. Keisha Olden, Winthrop. Kristen Thompson, 2020. Laura Razmalich, The Lumen at Boca Raton. Nicholas Engelhardt, Concord Crystal City. Rudy Gonzalez, Riverbank.
Our winner for Property Manager of the Year was an exceptional contributor across the board for focus metrics. And the winner is Amanda Milius.
We selected the Property of the Year based on all-around performance across each of our focus categories. This includes financial performance, reputation, team development, property maintenance, and exceptional service. Each of these communities has modeled their actions around focus as our top 5 priorities. Even if they weren't the very best in every category, they consistently met and exceeded expectations throughout the whole year in each category. This performance reflects a focus on meeting our 2 highest priorities, exceeding the expectations of our residents and building asset value on behalf of our clients. In meeting these goals, they delivered a remarkable performance. This year's winner has a well-established online reputation with an impressive Aura score of 91.6. They kept their past due balances remarkably low with an average delinquency rate of 0.1% and exceeded their NOI budget by 3.5%. And the Property of the Year goes to Concord Crystal City. Well, as they say, folks, that's a wrap. Congratulations to all of tonight's nominees and winners. We are fortunate to have such outstanding talent across our company. You are all truly the very best there is. And to my fellow operating partners, a special thanks to you. It is an honor and a privilege to work with you to lead and serve this exceptional company. And finally, to everyone, in these days and months ahead, let's be reminded of our commitment to, as Toby puts it, stand for what is good and what is right. Please remember to be kind to yourselves and continue to look after one another and your families. While the next several months may hold more challenges, with them comes the opportunity for growth and progress. I will remind you again that we have the power to write our own story. It's our shared Bozzuto story, one of perseverance and strength that opens minds, challenges hearts, and inspires action. This will be our legacy. I wish you all a blessed year filled with victory, health, and learning. Stay safe and be well. Good night.